So I was watching the Cam Newton interview with Kirk Franklin, right? And one of the things they talked about was He Reigns, the Kirk Franklin song that was very popular. It was on the Proud Family and everything. And both Cam Newton and Kirk Franklin both said they didn't know what Papa San was saying at the beginning of the song.
They wasn't miming to your music and you Sunday. I miswritten every aspect of the event every time. I'm interested in all to it. I still don't know what he said.
Me either.
I'm the blessed, boom, mercy, yes!
I'm gonna do a little breakdown. I'm gonna help y'all out. My people from Jamaica, my dad and his family's from Jamaica, my mom is Black American. So I can really, you feel me, bridge the gap. Jamaican patois is very inventive. It's a common thread that I think is true for all languages in the Black diaspora and the African diaspora. Important to know too that because I was raised by my grandmother who's from Jamaica, and because I grew up in a Christian household, we listened to Papa San's albums. They was in heavy rotations at all the barbecues, all the get-togethers and stuff like that. Ja met the Jupiter Venus Mars, the firmament, the moon, the stars, and give with the bright sunshine. Shabba, autumn, winter, summer, spring, Jesus make everything. Can one man so kind?
Yo, no make Satan rule, take care of yourself. No loss from Babylon wealth. Oh, yes.
You feel me? So it do hit different.
It hit different. Do your homework.
When Papa San says,
Uncle Spec, to spec, respect in every aspect.
Uncle Spec, to spec, respect in every aspect. He just basically saying every aspect of respect that you can possibly think of, anything that ends with ek, that all belongs to God. Uncle Spec, to spec, respect in every aspect.
God special guest of the man and God bless.
On special guest one about yet God bless. Even the babies that's not born, if you listen to this, if you in the presence of what we trying to do here, God bless you.
Anything tested, notice that Jesus Christ said the best every time.
Anything test, you done know that Jesus Christ at the best every time. If you think about trying me, we down with G.O.D. Yeah, you know me.
You know what G.O.D.? Yeah, you know me. You know what G.O.D.? Yeah, you know me. No, I must have been all the crew.
All myself and all the crew.
Remember, so the and them known for Jesus Christ.
Let me say the and them known for Jesus Christ. All the massive, all the people out there, and all the crew. Everybody that we with and everybody that's out there, throw their hands in the air for Jesus Christ. That's what we here to do. So that's all that means. He was just saying,
bust the place, bust the place.
Bust the place, bust the place. Yo, 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 Mossy, yeah. They do hit different when you know what they talking about. We wouldn't have Kirk Franklin without hip-hop. Never forget that. In his formative years, hip-hop was a beginning, birthing thing. And so all the remixes he did of popular music, him writing his own music, if you don't know who Kid Fresh is, you can't know who Kirk Franklin is. You know what I'm saying? Kid Fresh is Kirk Franklin from back in the day. That was his rap name.
But what sparked that? The dancing, the lyrics, the intentions of like, you can be you and also be a man of God at the same time.
I think that if you look at the genesis of who I am, gospel music didn't influence me until I became a late teenager. I was influenced by the streets. I was influenced by hip hop music. Yeah. I was influenced, as I was a rapper and I was an MC. My name was Kid Fresh. I had a Jerry curl. I walked around with a cardboard box with the things in the street,
And so Kirk Franklin, when he got on there and he said that he writes all of his music, that's a rapper. That's what MCs do. We write our own shit. We write from our own experiences. So you listen to the Kirk Franklin fatherhood documentary and you see all of that childhood trauma is manifesting in the music. That's what made his shit so relatable and connectable, because he connected it to his real life experiences and his own struggles.
These songs that y'all hear, these are not songs that people are giving me for me to perform in the studio or on stage. These are songs that God is birthing out of me, I'm playing and with God's grace, writing these songs. So there's not a song that you have heard from me that somebody wrote for me.
Ever.
I can't sing, I gotta do something.
Kirk Franklin is hip hop. He used hip hop as an influence to remix and modernize popular music and convert them into gospel. And Kirk Franklin's presence in the gospel scene was revolutionary. It was revolutionary. That's why I'm so glad that Cam Newton mentioned this. And he really connected to a generation that was kind of losing its connection to the church, and he took a lot of heat for it, and still to this day is criticized for making gospel music more worldly or whatever the case may be.
Those of you that think that gospel music has gone too far, you ain't heard nothing yet.
And if you don't know, now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
So all the hip hop gospel stuff you see coming out, it wouldn't be possible without Kid Fresh.
Glory, glory.
The artist formerly known as Kid Fresh, Kirk Franklin, who really started in the culture and really brought that culture to gospel and morphed it.
I've always known you to be revolutionary. Revolutionary could be controversial. Revolutionary could be great for, obviously, gospel music. But what sparked that?
I was influenced by hip hop music. I was influenced, as I was a rapper and I was an MC. My name was Kid Fresh.
One of my first times holding the mic was rapping Kirk Franklin's Revolution in front of the church. My grandma paid me $5 to go up there with me and my brother, and we rapped Revolution. What you feeling, what you want, son? Who you calling to, son?
You know Jesus is the true son. The Trinity, I know you feeling him. Days left into the new millennium.
His presence in gospel really saved a generation. Like, kept us attached to it.
Gospel and hood rapping influenced my rap today. Like, I grew up on both of them. And so, like, in my rap, I, like, really do hood gospel. I be speaking to the people. I be preaching.
So are you asking for a song for the album? Is that what you're trying to say? Is that what you're trying to say?
Gloria. Hallelujah.
Feeling like I'm God's favorite. They still been spilling up. Rain down on me, Father God. Forget the ones who play with me. They don't know no better.
So after I made that video about women in hip hop, somebody told me that Glorilla's actual middle name was Hallelujah. I saw that and immediately was like, yeah, she grew up in church because ain't no way her mom named her Glory Hallelujah just for fun. And then I found this.
I came from a family of 10 kids. 4 girls, 6 boys. When I was younger, I used to go to church singing the choir, so my mama always thought I was gonna be a gospel singer when I grew up.
And this is what I saw at the Hot Girl Summer Tour on Pentecost Sunday at the United Center. Glorilla was singing Take Me to the King like the lead in a church choir, and then transitioned that smoothly into her hit single, Blessed.
No tears to cry, even if I try, but still my soul, let me hear ya, bring you fix to the time. One time will change my life. Take me to the
You can't hit that with one time, Chicago.
On the gun. On the gun.
Mama straight shit, right now to the left, right now I'm on that yes and now I'm playing on let know. We probably won't be.
I wrote my thesis about how hip-hop is just an extension of sacred black music, like spirituals, like the blues, like jazz, like gospel. These art forms have long authentically documented black lived experience in such compelling ways that despite continued attempts to demonize and attack them, they become an essential, irreplaceable part of American culture. At the beginning, gospel music was, in many ways, the music of Saturday night with the message of Sunday morning. Many churches rejected the new sound. They said it sounded too worldly. Some churches didn't even allow gospel music to be played during their services. But as theologian James Cone reminds us in his book, The Spirituals and the Blues, it is impossible to be black and to encounter the spirit of black emotion and not be moved. Black music grows out of and clings to the lived black experience. And black folks always honor the music that helped carry them through, no matter where they find themselves, inside the church or outside of it. One of the powers of black music is that it survives and lives in other black musical genres. That in the same way that the spirituals, the blues, and jazz survive and live in gospel music is the same way that gospel music survives and lives in hip-hop, R&B, soul, etc. Think about how gospel music came to be and how it evolved. How in every era of its evolution it was criticized by those who wanted to hear gospel a specific way. And this was happening from the very beginning, when a young Thomas Dorsey brought the black experience with him via blues and helped introduce us to gospel. I thought this was a really good interview. I want to talk about it more and talk about the implications of people leaving the church and stuff like that, so stay tuned for that.
I think that when I look at the climate of Christianity, I'm seeing an exodus from it. I'm seeing people veer away from it because they do not see it as real. I'm looking at the rubble of Christianity. I'm looking at a lot of Christian leaders have gone through a lot of things. A lot of people have left. I'm looking at the rubble of the evangelical movement and its connection to a leader who manipulates Christianity for his own benefit and how that has made Christianity look in the broad scope of culture. Big shout out to Kirk. And you can't say you love Kirk and you don't love hip hop, because Kirk is hip hop. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Love and liberation to you all. And as always, like and follow for more content.